Stay tuned for
memories of those good old days gone by. We're making room for something new. If there's a road called Easy Street, I'll easy ride it with you. Live and love it up. Feel an empty heart, and your heart will knock the lights off in your door. Live and love it up. Swing side by side. We'll be closer than we've ever been before. Are we connected at the bottom of our hearts? Is that why opposites attract? Caught in the act of live and love it up. Talking with the touch. Live and love it up. We can't give too much. Live and love it up. What a perfect start. Live and love it up. This was from the heart.
Oh, Jane. Ooh, mwah. Thanks for being such a great partner.
Honey, what did I do that was so special?
You didn't get in the golf cart and drive off without me.
How could anyone get mad playing a great course like Nassau Dunes? Didn't you love that dog leg on the 14th hole?
Not as much as the crab legs in the clubhouse. I'm so glad Chet and Muffy took us there.
Boy, having a condo right on the 16th fairway like they do. That's the way to live, Kiki. That is the way to live.
Did you see Muffy's marble tub? Big enough for two.
So is Muffy.
You'd love to live on a golf course, wouldn't you?
It isn't just the golf course, Kiki. It's living with the right people. The Bradleys, Jack and Mitzi Fenton.
Oh, I hear they're getting divorced.
No kidding. I always knew she'd catch him.
He caught her. She took a CPR class and got involved with a volunteer fireman.
Good old mouth-to-mouth Mitzi. Wouldn't you just love to have a place up there?
Oh, imagine belonging to a clubhouse where every day the happy hour is from 5 to 11. Someday, James.
Why does it always have to be someday for us? I want it now. I'm 48 and a half. I've never wanted anything as much.
Never?
Never, Kiki.
Well, you just have to be patient, dear.
We could take golf lessons, play tennis at night, sit in a marble tub together.
Oh, James. We could do that now.
We don't have a marble tub.
We could pretend it's marble. And you can pretend you're Burt Reynolds.
Well, what do you pretend?
Oh, I'll pretend you're Burt Reynolds, too. Jessie! Jessie! Jessie, come down here! Jessie!
Is he coming?
I thought you were still up there.
I shouldn't have been up there at all. That roof covers both of our houses. I'm the one who got the roofer. I'm the one who's touching up the scratches. Kirkridge should have climbed up the ladder to check out the tiles.
Jesse weighs twice as much as you do. He might fall right through the roof.
Kirkridge!
What are you doing?
Maybe he wants to check out the work.
How much did Lopez charge anyway?
$175. Here's the bill.
175.
It's not that bad. Kirkridge pays half, you know.
Don't be too sure. I think he blames us because it blew in from the Gulf of Mexico.
Rodriguez, did you call me?
Yeah. I thought you might want to check for weak spots on the roof.
Why? Are you afraid of height? Just because you don't have any?
Lopez did a sensational job, Kiki.
Oh, did the Dodgers win?
Lopez is the roofer.
Yeah, I got the bill. Your share is $87.50.
Whoa, Rodriguez. $87.50 for what?
For half of the repairs, we agreed to split it.
I don't remember agreeing to anything.
Look, James, I heard everything. Jesse is right. That is what you agreed to.
Don't tell James what he agreed to, Maria. James knows what he agreed to.
I said we should get an estimate first.
That's what he agreed to.
Kiki, dear, you have the right to remain silent. Why don't you?
Don't talk to me like a child, Maria.
When you act like a child, I treat you like a child.
I guess you're entitled to. You look old enough to be my mother.
Watch it, asparagus hair.
Look, Kirkridge, I got 3 estimates on the phone. Lopez was the cheapest.
Rodriguez, you should have told me that.
Yes, you should have.
Don't tell my husband what he should have.
Don't tell me what to say. My mouth has a mind of its own.
Is that where your mind is?
Let us handle this. Maria, make me some coffee.
Gladly.
Kiki, do the same.
It'll be ready in 5 minutes.
I can make that coffee in 4 minutes.
Look, Kirkridge, 87.50, cash or check?
Who is this Lopez anyway? A relative of yours? You get a little kickback, maybe?
Don't say anything you might be sorry for.
The only thing I said I'm sorry for is yes when I bought this place.
If you hate it so much here, why don't you move?
I'd love to.
Goodbye.
A few more bucks.
Is that all that's keeping you here? A few more bucks? Why don't you move? I'll handle it.
Don't you wish you could?
You bet I do. I'd buy your place in a minute.
You would? Then make me an offer.
Oh, stop talking like a jerk.
Jerk? Jerk?
Not jerk, just jerk.
So, now it's gotten down to personal insults.
It's always been personal insults. And I think you're right. Jerk is better.
Look, if you were going to make an offer, what would it be? What are you doing?
Preparing an offer. If I was going to make one, here's what I think your place is worth. It's a little low because you've lived in it.
It's not that low, considering that it's my chance to get out of the barrio.
Low or not, that would be my offer.
Then I'd accept it.
Then I'd be the happiest man in the world.
No, I'd be the happiest man in the world.
Kirkridge, anything to make you happy.
Well, I'm thrilled. It's a deal.
Wonderful.
Oh! Hey.
Have I got a surprise for you?
Oh, just a second, dear. I'm turning into Jane Fonda.
Kiki, your body looks terrific.
Terrific? Really? Really terrific?
Yeah, really terrific. Now, are you ready?
Here?
Are you ready for the surprise?
Oh, absolutely. What is it?
Well,
No, don't tell me. Let me get it. I will. Wait. Just wait.
we're moving.
No.
Not no. Yes, we're moving to Muffy Country. Nassau Dunes, here we come.
Are you serious?
Remember when you said how much you loved Muffy's condo and wanted to sit in her bathtub?
Are Chet and Muffy selling their bathtub?
Honey, the Fentons are selling their condo.
Because of the divorce.
Exactly. And they're so anxious to get everything settled, I got it dirt cheap.
James, what a wonderful surprise. Oh.
I drove up and gave Jack Fenton a check for $1,500 to guarantee the deal.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. Don't we have to sell this house first?
This house, my dear, is sold.
James, when did you do that?
Yesterday afternoon to Rodriguez.
Rodriguez?
That's right.
Our Rodriguez?
Uh-huh.
Oh, James, there's no way he can back out.
Not a chance. We shook.
Hands?
Of course, hands.
Oh, bring on the bridge games. Whip out the crab meat.
Hello, Nassau Dunes. Goodbye, Rancho Rodriguez.
Hello, Maria. The Incredible Hunk is home.
Hello, honey. You're home early. Quick, Marty. Hi, my husband's home early.
I love it when you two talk dirty.
Come in. What is it, Kirkridge?
I just dropped over to tell you I'm ready to move on the purchase.
What purchase?
Our house.
You sold your house?
You hadn't heard?
I guess he wants to surprise her just like I surprised you.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead, Rodriguez. Tell her about the deal we made yesterday.
What deal?
On the patio, you shook hands.
On the patio yesterday? Are you crazy?
Jesse, what's going on?
It's very simple. Jesse bought our condo.
Maria, yesterday on the patio, remember? I said Kirkridge wanted to play Let's Buy a House? He thinks we really bought his house.
Thinks nothing. You made an offer. I accepted and relied on it. We have a deal.
Hey, nobody was home. Are we gonna eat dinner?
Billy, we're moving.
Before dinner?
Billy, Mr. Rodriguez bought our house.
Wow, what are you gonna do with two houses? I mean, if one was in the mountains, okay, but to go next door for the weekend sounds a little strange.
Billy, sit down and be quiet.
Billy, yesterday your father asked me what I would pay him for his house if I bought it. And I went along with him and told him what I would pay if I was buying it.
It was a firm deal. I heard it distinctly.
You hear what you want to hear.
Jesse's right. Now, luckily, no harm's been done, so why don't you just forget it?
Forget it. What about the $1,500 I put down on our new house?
You bought a house on the basis of our fight yesterday? I don't believe it.
Well, believe this. If I lose that deposit because you back out of our deal, that money is coming out of your pocket, not mine.
Oh, yeah? And where are you going to find the army to get the $1,500 from me?
I don't need an army. All I need is Al Fleckman.
Who, dear?
Of Fleckman, Durman, and Fleckman. And Fleckman.
You're going to sue us?
By the time Al Fleckman is done with you, you won't have a pot to plant in.
Why are you talking about lawyers? You can sue each other for nothing on Citizens Court.
Citizens what?
Citizens Court. It's a television show, Dad. You don't use lawyers. The judge lets each of you present your case, and then he makes the final decision.
Little hint, Kiki, if you're going to be on camera, touch up your roots.
Worry about yourself, Maria. And wear your girdle so you'll fit in the witness box.
Today in Citizens Court, we have one of the most unusual cases we've ever heard. These are the plaintiffs, James and Cookie Kirkridge. They claim that they lost $1,500 because their neighbor withdrew his offer on their condominium. These are the defendants, Jesse and Maria Rodriguez, the neighbors. They claim the plaintiffs imagined there was an offer and acted stupidly on it. They claim no responsibility for the consequences of casual backyard conversation. Citizens Court is now in session. Judge Ellsworth presiding over the case of the Condomaniacs.
Is there a formal contract in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Formal contract? Absolutely not, Your Honor.
Which is it, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor. Here is the contract. I suggest you mark it Exhibit A. Thank you.
Unless I'm mistaken, this is a paint rag.
You're not mistaken. You're perfectly right. And I move for immediate dismissal.
Not so fast, Mr. Rodriguez.
I move for immediate dismissal.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, Your Honor?
Is this your hand painting?
Yes, it is.
Why is this contract painted and not written?
Great question.
What?
I completely forgot about Jesse's painting and the $87.50 for the roof.
Excuse me, Your Honor. If it pleases the court, my name is Kiki and not Cookie.
The court is pleased. Now, can we get back to the issue here? Mr. Rodriguez, is this the amount you agreed to pay Mr. Kirkridge for his condominium?
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
No.
You want to come down here?
What do you have to say, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, I did put down that figure, but I was only fooling around.
Mr. Kirkridge, is it your position that this figure painted on a dirty rag constitutes a firm and binding contract?
Absolutely. It was on the basis of that paint rag that I went out and bought another condominium.
I object.
On what grounds?
Irrelevant and immaterial.
Why?
You don't think so?
Mr. Kirkridge, Did it ever occur to you it might be prudent not to buy another condominium until this paint rag cleared the bank?
Good. Ask him that.
I just did.
The man is good.
Mr. Kirkridge, your answer?
I couldn't wait, sir. I had to buy that condo immediately, or someone else would have snapped it up.
It has a sunken marble bathtub.
Where is it located?
In the bathroom.
Kiki. Nassau Dunes, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, I know the place.
Well, we've got the prettiest little condo up there. We're located right on the first fairway overlooking the artificial lake.
Isn't it amazing that a man who can buy such a wonderful condo can't come up with the $87.50?
I don't want to hear about the $87.50.
Maria, the judge doesn't want to hear about the $87.50.
And the judge doesn't want to hear another word out of you either.
And the judge doesn't want to hear another word out of me either.
Now, all this case is about is the $1,500 and who is obligated to pay it.
Rodriguez. Rodriguez, Your Honor.
If you don't mind, Mr. Kirkridge, I will now take the matter under advisement and then render my decision.
Recess.
While Judge Ellsworth is in his chambers, there's a marvelous human interest story unfolding here. A modern Romeo and Juliet. A real-life version of West Side Story. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott and Linda. Linda is the daughter of the defendants, and Scott is the son of the plaintiffs. Scott and Linda are husband and wife. It must be very uncomfortable for you to watch your parents fight like this.
Oh, no, we're used to it. They do it all the time.
Whose family is usually at fault?
Just 1 second. You will admit, dear, that your father does like to make fun of my father.
He doesn't make fun of him. He just jokes about him being short and bald.
I don't think that's anything to joke about.
Maybe not, but at least my father doesn't get upset when your father jokes about his pants.
Your father always gets upset. You're just not objective about him.
I'm as objective about him as you are about your father.
Don't raise your voice to me, Scott.
Who should I raise my voice to? You are the one who is angry for no reason at all.
No reason at all. You haven't heard a word I've said.
I've heard everything you said, and it's all been garbage.
Garbage?
Yes, garbage.
Thanks, kids. The judge is returning with his decision.
Mr. Kirkridge, I really think you acted hastily in confusing a paint rag with a legal document. Therefore, in the legal sense, you made a binding offer on a second piece of real estate at your own risk.
We won! We won!
However, you, Mr. Rodriguez, had, if not illegal, certainly a moral obligation to realize that an offer of this size should not be thrown playfully around in the heat of an argument.
We lost? We lost?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
You may all be in luck. Normally, in a case such as this, I'd rule that the $1,500 should be split between the two of you.
But they shook hands.
I'm not finished, Cuckoo. Now, it just so happens that I've been looking to buy a condominium at Nassau Dunes for months. Therefore, Mr. Kirkridge, I am offering you $1,500 for all your rights to the Fenton condominium.
Oh, my goodness.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, I paid $1,500 for that property last week. Property values have gone up. I was thinking more, about $2,000.
And I'm starting to think more of $1,000.
$1,500, case closed, court adjourned. Let's get the hell out of here.
Kiki? Are you trying to kill me?
What are you doing up at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, I couldn't sleep.
Why not?
Oh, conscience. I thought and thought and thought and thought. It takes me that garage sometime.
Right.
Well, I honestly had to admit we owe you that $87.50.
Oh, Kiki, please. You shouldn't lose any sleep over that. Why don't you go back in the house and write me a check?
I already did.
Oh, wonderful.
What are you doing up?
Well, to tell you the truth, I feel guilty about the things I said to you.
Well, you should.
I do.
Well, you shouldn't. What I said to you was much worse.
You mean it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, will you forgive me?
Oh, sure.
Mom!
No! Oh. What are you doing up?
I can't sleep.
Me neither.
Linda, I'm sorry.
I know, so am I.
Let's go back to bed.
I'm not sleepy.
Good.
What's going on out here?
Why is everyone so loud? Oh, it's not everyone. It's just that bathroom.
It's 5 o'clock. What is going on?
We're all making up, James. It seems like the right time for it.
Yeah, Jesse, go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Shake hands with James.
Why? I've met him.
James, shake hands with Jesse.
All right, Kiki. I will show you who is the bigger person. I will readily shake his hand when he extends it.
Fine. Then why don't you extend your hand first and I'll shake yours?
You two are going to stay out here until you decide to shake hands.
Rodriguez, I'm about to fall asleep.
Me too. One, two, three. You said three first.
No way, I did not.
You did too.
I did not. You did.
All right, let's do it again. This one counts. One, two.
Rodriguez, you are the most spiteful person I ever met.
If you are less spiteful than I am, extend your hand.
Gladly. But on the count of 2.
Fine. One.
Good evening. I'm Tim Weigel. Coming up on Eyewitness News tonight, on the eve of Harold Washington's inaugural, the battle lines at City Hall are forming along racial lines. We'll have details. Also tonight, the Bishops' Conference is getting tough on the bomb. We'll have an Eyewitness Extra. Los Angeles says it's now bigger than Chicago is. And Tommy Meyer is welcome again as the coach at the University of Illinois, Chicago. We'll have those stories and more coming up tonight at 10.